When I was at running remote the other week, Austin, Texas, I had a lot of people tell me that I was a humble founder or a humble leader. And it was a lot because I asked them why, as I'm curious. And they were talking about how you don't present yourself as a founder. And I think, if I remember correctly, what they were saying was you're not egotistical. You're not talking about yourself. You're not even telling people that you're a founder. It's because I care so deeply about the problem that we're solving, right? Like whenever I was strategy staff executive and director of sales operations, it wasn't about the accolades or being featured on XYZ or being asked to join this panel. It was more about how can I make the employees' jobs easier? As a leader, and a lot of people talk, I got an executive MBA from Jack Welch Management Institute, and a lot of people talk shit about Jack Welch, but one of the things that he teaches you in that MBA course is the first step of a leader is that you work for your employees. They don't work for you. And so I've really always had that mindset of it's not about me. It's about what are we working towards? What are we building together? What can I do as a leader to help you overcome those challenges? And that's exactly the same type of work ethic and thought and core values and behaviors that we instill in our product. Yes, our product and our people. And so I think that it's important because I talked about this at Runner Remote too, and as many people as I'm talking to, I try to share this view of Grapevine is this platform. It's this virtual office platform that helps you centralize your company's most important information so employees have one place to go to instead of 13 different applications, right? So that is the value instilled of that type of thought that Jack Welch instilled in me, which is your job as a leader is to make your employees' jobs easier. You work for them, they don't work for you. And so a little bit deeper on that is, what does our company actually stand for? And how is that different? Because I truly think if someone is out there purchasing software from a founder or a CEO that only cares that the sale was made, that's where mistakes happen. We've heard it time and time again where you bought this application or this software and the implementation is horrible, or the last consulting company, I mean, they might still be implementing this software. It was 12 months that we didn't even get that implemented. So let me bring this full circle. Maybe a coherent thought, maybe not, but these are the thoughts that I want to get out there a little bit more. And the thought that I really wanted to bring here is that I don't know if it's necessarily that I'm humble, but it's that I'm so driven by our mission of the company, which is to make work more flexible, inclusive, and fulfilling. And beyond our software, I want to bring the soul back to companies, the motivation, the inspiration. I've been watching a lot of these companies like Google I/O. I think Microsoft just had theirs. I'm sure there's more coming. But the life and the soul and the purpose from these companies are gone, right? I remember growing up, or at least whenever I learned about tech startups, or I learned about them and then I started researching their histories. And obviously I came across Steve Jobs, like that's everybody's go-to. But really for me, it was Google and their rework mission or their rework events led by Laszlo Bock. And it was that type of thinking that got me inspired to think that I could be in tech, to think that a non-technical founder like myself could actually build something that changes the world. And it sounds silly at this point because we're very early stage. We're still trying to get more and more early adopters every single week, right? But the mission goes beyond just the software. We want to bring the heart and soul back to it, that even if you don't use our products, you're inspired by what we put out there into the world. You're encouraged, or you're given confidence to believe in yourself so much that you take the risk to do something and be something. And what's so cool about Generation Z, as much shit as they get, is that they are drawing a line in the sand and saying, we're not going to put up with your corporate bureaucracy. Like, I just did a post yesterday, whenever I post this, and we had someone refer to like RTO, nobody's being forced into something, slavery was over. Like, what type of world are we living in when that's a response to someone talking about, I don't care where you work, right? Like, that's not even in the same realm. So I personally, as a founder, want to help others see that there are companies still out there that care truly about the people that they're building for, the teams that they're building for. And Grapevine is one of them, right? Let's do this. If you made it this far in the video, drop some other companies that inspire you. Whether or not you use them, that's okay. Drop it in here and let's rally around these companies and shift the way that we think about work, and shift the power from these other CEOs that think that they can just do whatever, lay people off for the fun of it. Honestly, for the fun of it, so they can have more money in their pocket, right? I sound like a rebellious person, but I truly believe that companies and work is where we start with making work better, and we start with making the world better, because once we understand other people just a little bit better and we inspire them and we believe in them, then we can really make a change. So if you made it this far, thanks. If you didn't, well, you don't know. All right, I just had to get that out. I want to do more of these videos. Let me know if you liked it. Thank you.